Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Ramika's Diary. Today we're going to be seeing some grammar in CBSE Class 8, Chapter 6, Verbs. So let's get into the video. So first, what is a verb? A verb tells you what someone or something does, feels, has. So possesses, is. So a state. So does, an action. So she sings. Here, the person is she. So what action is she doing? She's singing. So she sings. Feels. I feel happy. So here, feel is the verb. Has or possesses. He has a book. So here, has is used as a possessive way. Is, so a state. They are friends. So here are is the verb. So there are two main kinds of verbs. Main verbs, helping verbs. So main words, these show the main action or state in a sentence. So they show the main action or state in a sentence. Example, I eat an apple. So here, eat is the main verb. Helping verbs are also called auxiliary verbs. These verbs help the main verb. Example, I am eating an apple. Here, am helps eating. Main verbs. So transitive versus intransitive. This is about whether the action transfers to something else. So transitive verbs. They need an object. So a person or a thing to complete their meaning. So ask what or whom after the verb. Example, she writes a letter. So she writes what? A letter. So there's the answer for the question, what or whom. But in intransitive verbs, when you ask a question, there's no answer needed. So they do not need an object. They do not need an object like a person or a thing. They make sense on their own. So they make sense on their own without needing an object. Example, the baby sleeps. So sleeps what? No answer needed. Next, helping verbs. So auxiliary verbs. These verbs work with main verbs. So primary auxiliaries. These are be, am, is, are, was, were. So these cover in be. Have. So has, have, had. These cover in have. And do, does, did. These cover in do. They can be main verbs or helping verbs. So this is in a main way. Main. I am a student. So here the helping verb is used in a main way. I am reading. So here it's used in a helping way because it helped the main verb reading. But in the main way, this one, it didn't help anything. I am a student, so it's the main verb. Modal auxiliaries, so modals. These add special meaning like ability, possibility, duty, etc. Examples, can, could, may, might, must, should, will, would. So they add a special meaning, like they add ability, possibility, duty, etc. Rule. The main verb after a modal is usually in its simplest form. You must study hard, not must studies. So when a main word is after a modal verb, usually use the simplest form. So here, must is the auxiliary verb. Study is the main verb. So the study should be in its simplest form, not must studies. So next, main words. Incomplete prediction. Some words need a complement to make full sense. So don't get confused between complement and complement. Complement is used to improve something. But compliment is when you give a good comment for people, for them to get happy. So don't get confused with this. Okay? Verbs of incomplete prediction. They link the subject to a word that describes it. Example, the baby appears sad. Without sad, the baby appears is incomplete. The word sad is called a subjective complement because it describes the subject baby. Activity verbs. These are transitive, but they also need a complement to describe the object. Example, they elected him captain. They elected whom? Him. What did they elect him? Captain. So factory verbs are transitive, but they also need a complement to describe the object. Next, present participle. So like the first one, present participle. Verbs ending in ing. Most verbs just add ing. So like ask, asking, eat, eating. So there's also other examples like climb, climbing. Next, verbs ending in e. So drop the e, then add ing. So take, you drop the e, so you write tak, and then add ing. Write, you drop the e, so you're gonna write writ, and then you add ing. Next, short verbs. So like vowel plus consonant. Double the last consonant, then add ing. So here, cut, you double the last consonant. So tt, and then you add ing. Swim. The last consonant is m, so you double the m and then add ing. But exception, dye. So like you dye the clothes. For this one, you could directly add ing, but don't write it like this, dying. Just have the e and add ing. So this is the one exception. Verbs ending in ie, change ie to y, then add ing. So die. In here, the word ended with ie, so you drop the ie and you change it into y and then add ing. Lie, it ended in ie, so you drop it, add y instead of the ie, and then add ing. Next, subject-verb agreement. The verb must agree with its subject in number. So if there's a singular subject, singular verb. So it usually ends in s. The dog runs fast. Each student works hard. So if there's a singular subject, like here the singular subject is dog, then you should add a singular verb. Usually the singular verb ends in s. So runs. Each student works hard. So here student is a singular subject, so you should add a singular verb, which is works. Plural subject, plural verb, with no s ending. So the dogs run fast. Here you wouldn't write the dogs runs fast. You should write the dogs run fast. Next, all students work hard. Here, students is a plural subject, so you should write a plural verb, which is work. Special cases. Singular nouns for amount, distance, treat them as singular. So when you're talking about amount, distance, treat them as singular. So for example, 10 kilometers is a long distance. Here, you have to treat 10 kilometers as a singular noun, so you should add a singular verb, which is. Next, some nouns look plural but are singulars. For example, news is true. Next, collective nouns. If the group acts as one whole, singular verb. So the crowd was very big. The jury has not yet given its verdict. So When collecting nouns as a group, so like as one whole, then add singular verb. If the group members act individually, plural verb. But if the group acts individually, so like the group members act individually, then you should add a plural verb. For example, the crowd were running in all directions, so the members are separate. The jury were divided in their opinions. Where? Next, conjugation of verbs. So like weak, strong, mixed. Verbs change form for different tenses. So present, past, past participle. Weak verbs usually form past tense and past participle by adding d, ed, or t to the present form. Example, ask, asked. So it's past. Asked, past participle. Example, burn, burned. So it's past. Burned, past participle. Strong verbs form past tense and past participle by changing inside vowels without adding d or t. Example, sing, sang. So changed its inside vowel. So this is past tense. For past participle, it changed the inside vowel to u. So I to a to u. Example, drink, drank, drunk. Mixed verbs. So some verbs show a mix of weak and strong patterns. They may change vowels and add d, t, or n, en. Example, keep, kept. So kept, past participle, kept in past tense. Example, sell, sold, sold. Next, common confusions and errors. So we're going to be seeing some common confusions and errors. Now let's go over them. First one, verbs often confused. We're going to be seeing some verbs that you often get confused. Some verbs sound or look similar but have different meanings or uses. Example, affect versus affect. Affect, to influence or change something. Example, drinking has affected his health. Affect, the result or outcome. Example, the medicine had a strong effect. Lie versus lay. Lie, intransitive verb. To rest, recline, or to be in a flat position. You lie down yourself. So present lie, past tense lay, past participle lain. Example, I cannot lie on this rough ground. Example, he lay in bed for 2 months. Lay as a transitive verb. Before it was as an intransitive verb, now it's as a transitive verb. To put something down gently, so you lay something down. Example. So you lay something down. Present tense lay, past tense laid, past participle laid. Example, she laid the child on the mat. Lay the table. Fall versus fell. Fall, intransitive verb. To drop or come down. So present fall, past fell, past participle fallen. Example, I alone cannot fell this tree. Fell, transitive verb. To cut down a tree. So present fell, past felled, past participle felled. Rise versus raise. Rise, intransitive verb. To go up by itself. So present rise, past rose, past participle risen. Example, the sun rises in the east. Raise, intransitive verb. To lift something up. Present raise, past raised, past participle raised. Example, my father raised his stick to hit me. Beer, born versus born. Born, past participle, used for birth. Example, she was born in a rich family. Born, used for carrying, enduring, producing. Example, at last his efforts have borne fruit. Example, we have borne all these troubles. Next, common errors in use of verbs. Pay attention to which form of the verb you use. Incorrect. She was born to children. Correct. She was born to children. Use born for giving birth as a past participle with has. Incorrect. Please open up the tap. Please turn on the tap. Incorrect. Now please shut the tap. Now please turn off the tap. 3. Verb forms. Look, see, hear, listen, think, drown. Some verbs have specific meanings and are used differently. So look, see. Look, intransitive. To direct your gaze. Example, look at the blackboard, boys. See, transitive. To perceive with eyes. Example, I saw him go. Hear, listen. Hear, transitive. To perceive sound. Example, I hear a noise. Listen, intransitive. To give attention to sound. Example, listen what your teachers say. Sink, drown. Sink, intransitive. For an object to go down into water. So, like lifeless objects. Example, the ship sank in the sea. Drown, intransitive or transitive. For a living being to die in water. Example, the child was drowned in the pond. So section A, understanding verbs. So a word that expresses an action, a feeling, possession, state of being, or existence is called a verb. In the sentence, she sings beautifully, the word sings is a dash verb. Is it a main verb or a helping verb? So that's the hint. It's a main verb. So main. Section B, transitive versus intransitive verbs. Instructions. Identify the underlined verb is transitive T or intransitive I. So the children played in the park. So played what? Even though that detail is not in this sentence, it still makes sense. So the answer is not needed, so it's intransitive. So I. My sister wrote a letter. Wrote what? A letter. So there's an answer for that, so it's transitive. Birds fly high. So fly high what? The answer is not needed since it's intransitive, so the answer will be intransitive. He eats an apple every day. So he eats what? An apple. So there's an answer for that, so it's transitive. Section C, complements and incomplete prediction. Instructions. Fill in the blanks with a suitable word to complete the sentence. You can write anything in here. So like sweet, bad. I'm going to write fresh. So the flower smells fresh. They made him dash of the class. So like leader, captain, monitor. I'm going to write captain. They made him captain of the class. Section D, auxiliary verbs. Instructions. Choose the correct auxiliary verb to complete the sentence. She dash singing a song. So she is singing a song. I dash finish my homework by evening. Must, can. I must. They dash played football. They do played football. They have played football. So have. Section E, confusing verbs. So instructions. Choose the correct verb from the options in the brackets. So please lie or lay down on the bed and rest. Lie. The child fell or fall from the tree. The child fell. Because it's past tense, so we picked fell. The sun rises or raises in the east. Rises. The climate change affects or affects everyone. Affects. She was born or was born in Delhi. So it's this born. So this born means birth. This born means like carrying something or producing something. Section F, verb forms, so past tense, present tense. Instructions, fill in the correct form of the verb as indicated. So present tense, talk. Past tense, talked. Present participle, talking. Present tense, swim. Past tense, swam. Present participle, swimming. Present tense, die. Past tense, died. Present participle, dying. Section G, subject-verb agreement. Instructions, choose the correct verb to agree with the subject. The news is or are good. So, the word news looks like a plural, but it's a singular noun, so we should use a singular verb, which is. Neither he nor I am at fault. So whenever there's I, you should use am. The crowd was or were very large. So here, the crowd is considered as one whole, so we should pick was. 10 kilometers is or are a long distance. 10 kilometers is considered as a singular noun, so we should pick a singular verb, which is. Okay friends, I hope you guys try this at home with me, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.